WDTN, the station that's working for you. This is 2 News Now.
Well, hey there, good morning to you and a happy Monday. Thanks so much for joining us on this edition of 2 News Now. After the holidays, we're coming off of Christmas, and hopefully you had a very merry one at that. I'm Caleb Michael. I'm joined by Kayla Ferris today. How you doing, Kayla?
Good morning, Caleb. I'm doing well. Sat next to you for 4 hours this morning, so happy to be doing this more.
I know. Lucky you getting to hang out with me for the morning.
Me.
And we get to do it a little bit more. But of course, if you step outside right now, you'll probably notice some flurries out there. You'll notice it's a lot colder than what we saw yesterday. Significantly colder at that. We're going to bring in Storm Team 2 meteorologist Cameron Slig now for a look at how things are outside. And let me tell you this, I went to the store a few minutes ago to grab some things as I do. And it was flurrying pretty good out there, Cameron. At one point, I would say it was even snowing sideways.
Yeah, it was a little bit more than a flurries. I was out there as well at about 9 a.m. and saw a snow shower, but it didn't amount to much on the roadways. Yeah. We have a dusting about at best here as we go into the midday. The main storyline, though, is actually going to be the winds as we go through the daytime into the midday. We're going to see winds right around 40 to 50 miles per hour in terms of gusts. We could see some wind damage possible and a few power outages. We already do currently have some power outages. Out there, you can see the wind blowing on the Goodwill Auto Auction camera in downtown Dayton. There is a little bit of snow on the ground there, but it is not doing much. It's just coating the ground a little bit. Some flurries downtown Dayton you can see in the camera. Looking at those temperatures from 24 hours ago is 44 degrees warmer here in Dayton, 45 warmer in Indianapolis, nearly 50 degrees warmer just this time yesterday in Terre Haute, Indiana. Looking at visibility, we do have some areas under about 5 miles, but for the most part, it's pretty good here as we go into the morning hours. And we do have a few snow flurries and showers out there at the moment. We are tracking that wind and when it moves out, coming up on the complete Storm Team 2 forecast.
Yeah, the wind is what makes it just, it's what makes it worse because, you know, we're in the 20s, but then you got the wind chilling, and that's what makes it particularly cold out there.
Yeah, we're going to have that wind chill in the single digits all day.
And yesterday we were in the 60s.
It was actually
crazy.
We were talking, Caleb and me, at the 4 a.m. show. We were standing outside in our balconies yesterday before we went to bed because we knew it wasn't going to last.
Yeah, no, it was not. All right, Cameron, we'll see you in just a bit for a look at our full forecast. But before we get to that, as Cameron kind of touched on, we did see a number of power outages this morning. At one point, it was upwards of 1,500. Here's a look at the AES outage map. As far as we know right now, it's just under 1,000, about 984 customers without power. We'll keep you updated, of course, on air, online, on the 2 News app, if there are any major changes as we move throughout the day.
Absolutely. But now we're going to switch gears and get a look at your top stories this morning. So right off the bat, a well-known Trotwood restaurant is damaged after flames broke out this morning. This happened at Taste on Shiloh Springs Road. Our crews spotted firefighters spraying water from above, and we're working to get in touch with fire crews or the building owners to find out how this happened and if anyone was injured this morning.
2 teenagers involved in an armed robbery Saturday were taken to jail. Heber Heights police say it happened at the Shell station on Old Troy Pike. A group of teenagers reportedly were approached by a car with people inside offering to give them a ride. But when the teens declined, that's when the car pulled over at the gas station and proceeded to rob them at gunpoint. Multiple agencies pitched in, alerting the suspect vehicle was actually a stolen car and that another car was also involved. That second car was found by police and 2 teens were arrested.
And a 5-year-old boy is dead this morning after a car crash Saturday morning while he was on vacation in Florida. Greenon Local School Superintendent Darren Napke announced the news to the community over the weekend. Napke says the boy's name is Tucker and that he was a preschooler at Enon Elementary. And he says, of course, that their thoughts and prayers are with the family.
As are ours. Well, a building owner in St. Mary's is facing tens of thousands of dollars in fines this morning after a wall collapsed, killing somebody back in July. The U.S. Occupational Safety and Health Administration has cited the company Profit HVAC for 3 serious violations. Now, this collapse happened on East Spring Street. 2 contractors were living and working in the building at the same time. One of them survived, but 41-year-old Christopher Brown died in that collapse. Profit HVAC now faces more than $41,000 in penalties for improper shoring, lack of inspection, and unsafe conditions. More details on those violations can be found right now on our website, WDTN.com.
And a trial date is set in a case alleging wrongful death and negligence in the care of Herschel Kreechbaum. Court records show a pretrial hearing on April 2nd of 2027 with a jury trial starting on April 12th. Both Herschel's mother, Ashley Johnson, and her boyfriend, Michael Kendrick, face charges related to his death. And court records show they are both expected in court early next year. Now we're going to switch gears and get to a little bit of a lighter note with our react to that question.
Yeah,
Caleb?
looking ahead, of course, we're on the final countdown. 2025 is about to be in the books, and we're looking ahead to 2026.
Closing
New
that
Year's
chapter.
Eve, of course, is on Wednesday. Yes, we very much are. Today's reaction to that question is, what are your plans for the new year? This is, it's wide open to the sense. We
it's
can talk
kind of
about
twofold.
resolutions or whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
So what was your answer to this question, Michaela?
I was a little confused at first because I didn't know if we were talking about the day or if we were talking about the new year, but I'll take the year route, and I think my New Year's plans, I want to travel more.
Okay.
This year I actually traveled a lot. I went international, and I'd like to do it again.
You got the travel bug now.
I do. I really like getting out, seeing the sun. What about you, Caleb? What are
You know what? I feel like I'm entering a new phase of life. And so there are some boxes that I hope to check, or at least put myself in a position to check those boxes.
Say more. Say more.
I can't get into too much because we're
secretive
hammering
today.
it out.
Okay.
Secretive or just
moving in
thoughtful.
silence.
Moving in silence like the G in lasagna.
Absolutely.
All right, you know the vibes. Well, let us know right now on Facebook that reacts to that question. What are your New Year's plans? You let us know your answers to that.
All right.
Well, something else. If you have been around people this holiday season, or maybe you're like me and you're getting over something, or some of our colleagues here at 2 News are experiencing this. The flu is going around right now between COVID, RSV, different strains of the flu. It's kind of a mess out there right now. You want to be mindful. We're going to bring in 2 News reporter Evan Bales, who's going to be speaking with some doctors today on what people need to know as we get into this time of the year when the flu just seems to be rampant, Evan.
No, absolutely. Thank you for having me. Like you said, we've been seeing a pretty large increase in flu cases and other respiratory illnesses, especially with hospitals across the area that are even starting to restrict, some visitation rights, and saying that if you are experiencing any sort of flu-like symptoms, then you may need to reconsider coming in and potentially getting other people sick, and also just considering staying home altogether. Now, like you had said, Caleb, I do plan on speaking with some doctors. I'm speaking with a respiratory specialist with Kettering Health today, and more so just trying to ask them, what kind of strain is this? Is it too late to be vaccinated? And is there anyone more at risk? And more so just what the trends that they're seeing are with, this rise in flu cases this early in the season.
Yeah. And Evan, I know you said you're speaking with some more doctors later today, but we've also talked to some doctors in the past who say that these flu cases are more than they've seen in recent years. What are they recommending for people to do? Is it still the basic wash your hands, or is it something more?
Now that's mostly what I'm hoping to find out today. We can only imagine that they're going to say those precautionary measures, masking up if you really need to, and especially, washing your hands as often as possible.
Yeah. All right, Evan, we'll look forward to your report coming up on 2 News First at 4. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. In other news, in a consumer report, 2025 was unfortunately not a good year for one major U.S. automaker when it came to recalls issued. According to the NHTSA, Ford had the most recalls this year. They logged about 125 recalls on various models of vehicles through various manufacturing years, breaking a decade-old record on recalls. Some of the main issues and problems were software problems, instrument panels, headlights, rear view cameras, and a lot more. Experts say the second most car company recalls this year came from Honda with 53.
Yeah, I have a personal experience with that as an owner of a Honda. I have 2 active recalls I need to take my car in for. So that's going to be on my list of things to do in the new year.
As a Nissan car owner, I'm feeling okay.
Okay. You understand. All right. Well, stay with us. Coming up after the break, much more to get to. We're looking ahead to Ohio State in the matchup against Miami, talking about the U. That'll be in Dallas at the Cotton Bowl. Stay with us. We have much more to get to.
2 News Now. Brought to you by Universal Windows Direct.
Hi, I'm Dan, the owner of Universal Windows Direct of Dayton. This is Bowie. He's been sniffing out the coolest winter deals for you. For a limited time, buy 2 windows, get 2 free. Get $250 off for patio doors and entry doors, $1,500 off for roofing, and $2,000 off for siding. Plus this week, 24 months interest-free financing for all products. Keep the cold out and the savings in. Give us a call now.
Universal Windows Direct.
Welcome back to 2 News Now at 11:11. Oh, you got to make a wish.
wow.
And we're also counting down to the 2026 Winter Olympics. 39 days now to go until the games begin. Days are flying by. Next year's ultimate sporting event it will be in Milan and Cortina 2026 and will take place in northern Italy from February 6th to the 22nd. The Paralympics are up next from March 6th to the 15th of 2026, featuring events in Milan and the mountain resort of Cortina. And when that time does come, don't forget you can watch the games on WDTN.
That's such a beautiful view.
I know. You never get sick of that, do you?
No, it's
Bring it to Dayton.
I know. We need that right now.
Bring some mountains to
Dayton
Dayton.
look like this.
All right. Well, a lot of happy Ohio football fans out there. It was a good Sunday. The Bengals were riding out the rest of their season. They went and got a win against the Arizona Cardinals. Joe Burrow connected with Jamar Chase for 2 touchdowns, over 300 yards total through the air in the 37-14 victory. Running back Chase Brown scrambled for over 100 rushing yards, adding 2 touchdowns of his own. The Browns will be in Cincinnati Sunday for the season finale. And the Browns are also coming off a win. My boy Shador Sanders and the Browns got it done
Cameron, how do you
against
feel about that?
the
I mean,
Steelers.
It's not unsurprising. They're 1-6-1, I think, of the last 8 games there. So I went to the last 2 before this year, and they lost both of them. So not too shocked.
If you can't tell, Cameron is a Steelers fan. Caleb
Yeah.
is a resident Browns fan. Are you an NFL
what you
person,
call it?
Kayla?
Yes.
Okay, who's your team?
I would have to say the Cowboys.
Whoa, that came from okay.
It's because of my dad.
Okay.
Isn't that always how
All
it
right.
goes?
And the Cowboys, they have their own host of opinions, but also, of course, we're all rooting for Ohio State to do well. And I know you're taking this.
And the
next one,
Cowboys
Kayla.
have gotten some wins.
The Cowboys need to wait until Jerry Jones retires to see any
Yeah, all right,
success.
different conversation. All right, Kayla, take us.
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, switching from NFL to college football, after holding a final practice session in Columbus Sunday afternoon, the Buckeyes are now in the Lone Star State. Ohio State's quarterfinal Cotton Bowl matchup against Miami is now just 3 days away. South Florida head coach to be Brian Hartline is with the Bucs in Texas, but OSU play caller will be serving in that role versus the Canes. Instead, it'll be head coach Ryan Day handling that. Kickoff for the New Year's Eve Cotton Bowl Classic at AT&T Stadium is scheduled for 7:30. Will you guys be watching?
Of course, gotta watch
Absolutely,
this
huh?
game. Kayla,
Yeah,
you
I
be watching this?
skip my New Year's plans and usually watch the Buckeyes because they're usually playing on New Year's Eve. So
Yeah, and it makes sense. I mean, this is exciting. This would be a great way to bring in 2026.
Yes, this will be what a lot of people
Well-
here in Ohio are doing, getting ready.
Well-
It's going to be a good game, though. Miami is no slouch. I mean, any team in the college football playoff, for that matter, right? It'll be interesting.
I'm pretty
to
sure the
see.
last time I remember New Year's Eve was when the clock struck midnight
And they
and
missed
Ohio
the
State
field goal.
lost because
That
they missed a
was
field goal.
the worst way to bring in.
Yeah, I
the
remember
New
my
Year.
friends were like, "Oh my God, 2020, whatever," and I'm like, "Wow, I'm depressed."
You're upset.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're going to hope to rewrite
But
history
yeah.
for that matter.
It'll be good vibes this New Year's.
I feel good about Ohio State. We'll have to wait and see, though.
I do too.
All right, if you step outside right now, it's cold. If you're
Yeah.
traveling, it's also a different story, right? We're keeping our eye kind of to the skies for travel delays and flight cancellations after a major winter storm hits northeastern part of the country. According to FlightAware, more than 9,000 flights were delayed, 1,700 even canceled. It comes after a surge of travel last week, of course, for Christmas. Some people, getting back to where they need to be. Around 8 million travelers were expected to fly during the holiday season.
Yep. Wow. Look at that map and all those little yellow planes going all
Yes.
around.
I don't think any of us travel by plane. We have some colleagues who have, but I honestly try to avoid. I try to plan my travel on off days during the holiday season because I've had a 36-hour travel day before unintentionally.
I was gonna say, I thought you
Awful.
were about to say that you try to avoid planes, and I'm like,
No.
I know you're not driving to
Listen,
California.
I love a good flight, but
Okay.
I've experienced during the holidays the weather or just
Mm-hmm.
a variety of things can impact it, and we're seeing that right now, Cameron. Even though here
Yeah.
at home, weather is not as active.
Yeah,
it's
you're
not
probably
gonna
feeling
impact.
it as well on the highway if you are driving a car here. As when I was coming into work, not walking into work, but coming into work, my car was blowing all over the place here this morning. And that was when winds weren't too bad either. We're right around 40 to 50 here as we go into the midday. You can see the American flag there on the Trotwood Goodwill Auto Auction camera. It has taken a beating and a workout here today as it is blowing in the wind. It's been a windy one since the overnight hours, and we'll see chances of rain and snow. They're not too great today, but we do have flurry chances as we go into the afternoon. The best chances come up north into places like Mercer and Auglaize counties. Looking at the wind gust forecast, Good news, as we go into the afternoon, we're going to start to see these winds die down a bit. As we go into the evening hours, we're going to see them about 30, 35, and then overnight, right around 30 miles per hour. And as you wake up tomorrow, we'll see those winds right around 20 to 25 miles per hour. So the wind chill still going to be right around the single digit to the teens into the daytime tomorrow. But the good news, the winds start to weaken, and we start to see the quieter weather arrive into the midweek. High temperatures today, only 24, 23 up in our northern counties, and that comes in the afternoon. Right now, we're in the teens in some places. At 67 is not it has not updated yet. I've tried to update it quite a while, but 28 into Dayton, 23 Xenia, 22 Wilmington. Live Doppler 2 HD, we do see a few flurries and snow showers down by the National Weather Service there in Wilmington. There's a few flurries pushing on through the area right now as well. Zooming out, there's snow showers up north. That is for sure up in the Great Lakes. Ooh. The Lake Effect Snow Machine is working with that low pressure, and you can see there is a good amount of snow up in the northern portion of the United States here. Lots of cloud cover, but only seeing flurries that are amounting to a dusting at best. Temperatures right now, 17 degrees in Dayton, 18 Springboro, 19 in Urbana. We're going to see those temperatures get up into the mid-20s, though, into the afternoon. Future track. Going through the day, we'll have flurries continue into the afternoon, evening hours. Lots of cloud cover overnight. We'll see some clearing into the morning tomorrow and midday, and then we'll see those clouds return into the mid-afternoon. So partly to mostly cloudy tomorrow. We should be dry into your Tuesday and Wednesday. We could see some snow showers as we go into the PM hours right as the sun goes down here. So if you have any New Year's Eve plans, you might want to watch the forecast, especially if you're going to be driving out there. Obviously, you want to be safe if you're going to be drinking on New Year's Eve as well. 28 for the high today. Snow flurries, windy, cloudy, and those gusts again up to 50 miles per hour. That's why we have the wind advisory. 18 tonight, then tomorrow up to 27. It's going to feel a lot warmer than what we have here today, even though the temperatures are comparable. 7-day forecast. We go into the midweek. Wednesday for your New Year's Eve, 34. Then as we get early into the new year, 40 degrees by Sunday, so warm it up over the weekend, and looks like some dry weather.
Okay,
At least
very
we have
relative
sun.
warm up, though.
Yeah.
No 60s.
Yeah, unfortunately.
All right. Thanks, Cameron. Well, we're now just days away from the new year. Many folks are planning for a dry January, a chance to take a break from, some of their more enjoyed libations. While abstaining from drinking for the entire month might be too difficult for some people, a new study says cutting back even partially also has dividends. Researchers from Brown University found people who did not complete the entire month but still drank less were more likely to continue to drink less up to 6 months later. People who finished the entire month saw better liver function, lower blood sugar, and an increase in sleep quality. Both groups did report a boost in confidence and also improved decision-making.
Have you ever tried dry January?
I usually do it every year.
Oh, good for you.
So, yeah, it's just a nice way to start off the year.
Yeah, why not, right?
Yeah. So, what about you? You ever participated?
Last year was my first time being 21, so no.
Okay. So, yeah, you're getting
But
into it.
maybe I'll try this year. I don't know. Yeah, I guess. Why not?
Why not, right?
Well, after Christmas and into the new year, a lot of us are probably wondering what we should do with our trees. I've never had a live tree, but if you have one, instead of tossing them to the curb, the Ohio Department of Natural Resources says your tree can actually have a second life, helping wildlife throughout the state. ODNR says the trees can be put into ponds to attract fish, or you can build a backyard brush pile for birds and mammals to find shelter during the winter. So you should repurpose your tree. You can remove all the ornaments, lights, and tinsel because those can be extremely harmful to the environment. So just make sure that you take all the decorations off before you repurpose them. But
Are you a real tree person or an artificial tree
I am
person?
100% artificial tree.
Really?
I really like the smell of the pine. I think everybody does, but the artificial tree, I mean, I don't want to be picking up pine needles in July. So.
Yeah, I understand that. I grew up with real trees.
Did you?
And now I have transitioned to artificial trees, but it's just temporary. I plan to go back to real trees eventually.
That's good. My parents were just never going for that.
They're doing artificial all the way.
They were always artificial. I have like 3 trees at my parents' house, all artificial.
I have a friend and they have 6 trees in their home.
I love that.
All artificial. They're I will say artificial trees,
Yeah.
you get them lit up the right way. They are very
They're just
pretty.
as much fun to decorate. You don't get to chop them down, but you still get to pick them out.
All right, well,
All
Christmas
right.
is in the rear view. We're looking ahead to New Year's Eve, of course. Much more to talk about, including that react to that and some of your responses. And we're counting down to New Year's Eve. Stay with us. Much more to get to. Welcome back to 2 News Now. We're taking a look at some of your responses to our react to that question. Starting off, Steven says he's going to be working and making that money. I heard that, Steven. 3 money bag emojis on the back. Listen, I'm not mad at it.
We have a lot of I
Yeah.
feel like, for 2026
get into
plans.
that bag. Heard that. All right, Mary says she's going to watch Ohio State win. Hey, Mary, your lips to God's ears.
Mary,
that's what we're all rooting for.
We like that you said that.
We
you
do.
know?
And then Marissa says, get together with friends and a few family members at our house. We put out snacks, watch the OSU game, and play games as well. That's
Marissa,
my
were you
kind of
gonna
New Year's
invite
Eve.
us?
I know. That's what I'm saying. That's my kind of New Year's Eve celebration.
Are we allowed to come, though?
Yeah, that'll
that
be
sounds
fun.
like a good time.
We're all rooting for OSU to win. We're on the final countdown, of course, to them taking on Miami. So lots to look forward to.
Absolutely.
And while we are getting ready to welcome in another year, another milestone is also approaching in 2026.
Yes.
Maybe you don't. Next year will mark 250 years since our country's founding. According to America 250 chair Rosie Rios, viewers can expect some new sights in Times Square as we welcome in the new year. Look at that. The spotlight will return to New York on July 3rd with a second ball drop to ring in Independence Day. The Independence Day is also on a Saturday this year. Rio says the patriotic display will be the first ever outside of New Year's Eve.
It'll be interesting to see if it gets as packed in Times Square on Independence Day as it does on New Year's. It'll be interesting, I think.
Yeah, the New Year's Eve ball drop and everything always fascinates me because those people are packed in there for hours on end.
What if you have to pee?
And you can, people wear
Right?
diapers. No, people wear diapers.
Oh, I totally did not know
It's
that.
a thing. No, it's a thing. Yeah,
Oh.
because you can't go anywhere. And so again,
don't think I would
whole
enjoy
different
that.
topic. But again, I think it's a bucket list for me to be able to stay, but I need to be able to get in and out.
I don't know. I want to do it the fancy way. Maybe in a high rise overlooking Times
Overlooking.
Square.
I like that.
Right?
All right.
Okay.
I'm with Kayla on
2027.
this. We'll see. Well, if you are staying local, we got some things to look forward to. We're going to bring in Emily now from Living Dayton for a look at what is coming up on everything. And you have one of my favorite places in
Yes.
downtown to go to. On
Yes.
the show today.
You are right. The Foundry is going to be here today, and we're talking cocktails. You know, New Year's Eve, you got to have cocktails.
Ooh, I love
So
it.
we're making some of those today. I'm very excited for that.
Okay.
Yes,
and it's not just the
absolutely.
Foundry as well. Plenty of things to do in the area.
Oh, absolutely. And Dayton 937 is coming by. They're going to give us a full list, a full lineup of things to do, from kid-friendly activities for those that are 21 and over, no covers at bars and lounges and such. All of it. We got it all.
Okay.
And we're talking.
I'll be tuned in as well.
We talk tuned in. And when we're talking about those cocktails and things, we're also making sure that people are being responsible when they're drinking today on Living Dayton.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to be sure to be safe on those roads. If you're going out to those parties, those celebrations and such, make sure you get an Uber or a ride share or maybe even a DD.
Yeah.
We want to make sure everybody's safe on the
Yeah.
on the,
Also, the
roads.
Arrive Safe program is back in Montgomery County this
That's
year.
right.
There's links on our website, WDTN.com. $20 Uber voucher on there. If you get it amongst the friends, somebody can get it too. The other
Exactly.
can get it fro. So definitely do that.
And if you've
Right.
got a group, you can go to different places.
Look at that. Hey,
Great
now
thing
say
there.
You
now.
know, it's more of a party then.
That's
So,
right.
so
All
party
right, well,
responsibly.
take a look at this before we
That's
head
right.
out today. A team of specialists came together to safely birth a critically endangered orangutan baby. The
Oh.
Memphis Zoo says they're proud to introduce baby Verana, Rue for short, born December 27th. The name means soul, spirit, and essence of life in Sanskrit and honors the first female Indonesian journalist. A team will continue monitoring both mom and baby.
Oh, Memphis Zoo. Great zoo, by the way, I will tell you.
Okay.
Yes.
The more you know.
Congratulations to this
Oh, so
orangutan.
cute.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us here on this edition of 2 News Now. I'm Caleb here, Emily and Kayla, and we want to wish you a great rest of your Monday. We'll see you back here on Tuesday.